Andrew, good to see you again, man. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you always looking so right, so handsome, so
Dude, it
fresh?
is it is hair and makeup and good lighting, man. I can promise you I did not wake up like this, sir.
It's impressive. It's a very impressive.
Dude, you know what's impressive is your freaking performance in this, man. So you are absolutely awe-inspiring. Seriously, I've got way more questions than I'm gonna have time for, but I truly appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I was wondering if you could imagine sitting in a movie theater with Jonathan Larson and watching Tick Tick Boom, and when it's over, leaning over and asking him, "What did you think about how I did this? What is the aspect of your performance you would love to get his thoughts on?"
Oh my gosh, that is such a huge question. First of all, it felt like he was with us all the way through filming. So like his hand is all over this film. I feel like me and Lynn every morning kind of prayed. We cut a metaphorical hole in the roof of whatever scene we were shooting and said, "John, come join us, come be with us because we need you to guide us." Because we didn't want to be haunted by the ghost of John Larson for the rest of our lives. So for me, I would love to ask him, what would I, oh God, I don't know if I'd ever want to know. I would probably run away from him at the after party. And I'd just because the possibility of getting anything off the mark is so, I don't know, haunting. And I think that's one of the reasons why, Lynn and I feel really proud of the film and the fact that, Julie Larson, his sister, his living sister, is a producer and stands by the film and is proud of what we've done. That's the closest we'll get to ever knowing. But yeah, I would love to ask him. I wouldn't love to ask him about the film. I would love to just ask him about him and his life and to get to know
Sure.
the man in full, rather than just my imagination.
Netflix did a really great side-by-side video of the two of you. I'm sure you've seen it, and it's like seriously, it brings it. I just got chills just thinking about it. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely incredible.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Thanks.
there's a really great moment in the film where Jonathan gets like this close to giving up, to walking away from everything, and luckily he had someone to talk him out of it. I'm sort of curious, did you ever have that moment in your career? What is the closest you've ever came to maybe giving all this up?
I think you ask anybody this question, and I think most people would say it happens all the time. Like
You're like, well,
they'll
every junket.
Not this one, because I love this film so. This one actually just provides more fuel for me. It's so strange. Like, this is one of those rare experiences that make me realize that I want to spend my time this way. And I don't mean that in a kind of I don't know, like a kind of like a sentimental way. It's like, no, there's nothing else I want to do. I want to tell stories that touch people, that transcend making a film or making a play, that actually can affect people in their lives in a way that is enhancing, and that is everything. And John's story is no exception to that. But it's all the time, because I think the problem when you discover what your calling is, when you discover what it is that you want to do with your life, or when we discover what our gifts might be, so then there becomes this other thing that happens where suddenly the gift can become a curse, and then it turns back into a gift, and suddenly when you're depending on, you know, putting food on the table with your gifts, it creates a whole new relationship. Like, I have friends who work in insurance, but then they'll do stand-up comedy as a hobby, and there's something a bit purer for them. They get to just go and do it, and they haven't got market forces, pressuring them, or they haven't got to think about a career. They're just like, I want to tell these jokes tonight, or I want to
Yeah.
play this music tonight, and it doesn't matter if people like it or not. It's pleasurable, and if people like it, that's wonderful. But it's a strange thing. So yeah, but no, I can't imagine that. I think I'm stuck in this job for my life. It's because there's no getting there as well. I think that's the other thing. It's like there is no such thing as perfection in what we do. So I think that's what keeps us, you know, eternally, divinely dissatisfied in a beautiful way.
Well, we're the beneficiaries of you being stuck in this job, man. They're about to give me the wrap. So before we go, by the end of the film, we really learned that Jonathan Larson did some of his best work by drawing in on what's around him. So I'm sort of curious, in what way has your life affected your work? Are your friends and your family and your personal life embedded in your performances?
Oh yeah, definitely. Specifically with this work, with this movie, my mother is in every single frame. Her unfinished song is in every single song of Jonathan's. And also, I got to bring two of my best friends, one of whom from who I studied with at drama school, who was my roommate. We like my sister friend, Ellie Matsura. She came to the premiere in New York, and it was like I saw her after. I was like, oh, I just realized this is our story together. Like us in our crappy apartment in Northwest London in Golders Green, having like stupid theater parties and like getting too drunk and doing three jobs, like working at Starbucks while also waiting tables here and doing bartending here. Like it was so moving to be able to share this film with her, because I was like, oh no, you're in every frame of this with me. Like, and we support each other so much, and that's what this film is about. It's about a community of struggling artists who just want to see each other and themselves, be able to live out their dreams. It's really a beautiful kind of universal thing.
You're absolutely right, man. I could talk to you all day. The performance is absolutely awe-inspiring. You're always so kind to me, and I feel like you'll appreciate this. Everyone in my life was like, oh, dude, you got to talk to him about Spider-Man. I said, I got to be honest with you, man. This movie's too beautiful to do that. Like, it's just, we'll talk about other things at another time, but I couldn't give up time talking about this movie to talk about anything else. So seriously, I do truly appreciate your time.
Likewise, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, man. Hope you and your family are doing well. Bye, guys.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.